program we're here for is called the Summer Institute for Future Legislators. So it's a comprehensive program that includes workshops, seminars, and a simulation at the end.
We spent a long weekend in Victoria, the capital of British Columbia, in the legislative chambers, and we actually run a kind of a simulation of a parliamentary session. And it gives people a chance to get a sense of what it's like to be a legislator in the legislature here in BC.
There's not a lot of civic education that gives you this kind of insight into what is actually happening in the House.
You learn practical skills. It's not just a regular classroom class with lectures about theories and ideas. This is what it is actually like to be a politician.
We're privileged that the legislature, in particular the Speaker of the House, has given us access to this building. This is certainly the highlight of the program.
The legislative building here is absolutely beautiful. We've been able to use some of the old historic rooms and some of the off-limit areas of the building, so it's been pretty cool.
The first time walking into the chamber felt very special. The decisions that are discussed here and finally made here, they affect everybody in British Columbia.
We are here not for ourselves, but on behalf of our constituents.
Our feeling is that if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a nurse, a firefighter, a soldier, an entrepreneur, we've got schools for all of those things. But we don't actually have a school for parliamentarians. So our goal is to demonstrate the value and the need for people who want to go into politics to get a sense of what the job description is. What are you doing? If you're elected to Parliament, what does that actually mean?
Thank you, Nancy.
So today I'm a part of the governing party, and we are introducing a motion to amend the Canadian electoral system, as well as continuing debate on another bill that looks to strengthen Aboriginal consultation in terms of resource development.
We have a number of various scandals and we debate those, we provide bills, we participate in the question period.
The most memorable moment was the question period, where we could blast the government side and make them justify the decisions that they made.
I mean, the heckling is always my favorite part, you know, kind of throwing the members off their game.
Part of what we're doing is we're preparing people for entering into politics as it really is, but also we want people to experiment personally with what they're comfortable with in politics.
Banging on the table, yelling at each other, and I brought it up in my last speech, is we're in a respectful place, and I think we should treat this with more respect rather than banging on the tables.
It's always amazing to see people really rise to the occasion. People that, you know, are quiet in the classroom, but when they stand up and speak in the House, it becomes really powerful.
One of my most memorable moments was my first time rising in the House. It was amazing. It was definitely a rush of energy and excitement.
There are those in this country who seek to deny Aboriginal and rural communities from economic opportunity.
I was able to stand up and use my voice when I felt like I needed to say something. I was able to meet so many people along that way who had a better understanding of First Nations issues after that.
There's a cross-section of different people here from different political stripes, cultural stripes, and different stripes of values. However, everyone here does have the common value of the good of democracy and the good of debate.
I'm a human rights activist for transgender human rights issues. I aspire to be the first transgender elected member of a legislature in Canada, and I have more volunteers for my campaign than I had before I took on the program.
The idea is to give people a sense of what the job of being a legislator is before they go into politics. Some people might actually be turned off by the experience. If that's the case, then we may have served a useful function.
This course has given an exposure which no other course, I don't think there is any in this country at this point that would give you this perspective. Sitting in the BC legislature, experiencing what a politician experiences, it has given me a very different perspective on what politics is.